She snipped my daughter's braid clean off. Right there on the park walkway like it was civic duty. Karen Karth smiled the whole time. Clipboard in one hand, steel shears in the other. Unregulated minor appearance standards violate our aesthetic code now, dear. Her voice dripped fake sweetness. I watched every pixel live from my city surveillance desk. Because that's my job. I built the system she thought she owned. Erin hadn't spoken in 721 days. That braid was her last piece of control. Her late mom used to weave it every morning with tiny wooden beads. Karen sliced it like an overgrown hedge. She stood right in front of the stone spiral bench my wife and daughter rebuilt together. The one with our names hidden under HOA mandated flowers. Classic Karen move. Power tripping in broad daylight while calling it community standards. I didn't yell. I didn't file a complaint. I escalated through the one system she forgot existed. City jurisdiction. My jurisdiction. The next morning, her violation letter arrived hand-delivered. Wrapped in plastic like it was precious. Emotional disruption of community operations, it said. She wanted me quiet. She wanted Erin erased from her perfect pastel vision of suburbia. Too bad I had the raw footage. Too bad I had the time-stamped proof she forged Clause 11b. I sat on the porch with Erin. She stared at the sealed Ziploc bag holding her braid. Did she say anything before she cut it? I asked softly.
Nothing.
Just silence. The kind that makes you laugh through clenched teeth. Because Karen thought she was untouchable. America's favorite mini-dictator in a blazer 2 sizes too tight. Hollis Bramall showed up at my door that afternoon.
Board member.
Quiet guy with tired eyes. I wrote the original draft she twisted, he whispered. No vote. She just uploaded her fantasy version. He handed me the real folder.
Unedited. Useless.
We both smiled the same dark smile. The kind that says justice is coming and it's wearing work boots. Karen had been backdating policies for years. Finding blue flowers. Citing birthday parties. Turning neighbors against each other with polite little envelopes. All while preaching visual harmony. Meanwhile, she looked like a walking violation of every dress code she invented. I pulled the camera logs. She scrubbed her own feeds 2 hours before the haircut. Thought she was slick. Forgot the city node I personally wired still ran every 8 seconds. Motion triggered. Biometric. Irrefutable. I packaged everything. Forged clause. Deleted footage. Her admin override timestamped with my own old macro she stole. Irony so thick you could spread it on HOA meeting donuts. The ethics review packet left my desk at dawn. 12 hours later, the city flag flipped from pending to active. Karen started sweating. She called an informal community update. Translation: damage control with coffee and lies. I walked in late. Room full of neighbors who suddenly remembered my name. Karen stood at the front in her signature red blazer. Lips pursed like she tasted something sour. There's been a misunderstanding, she announced. Her voice cracked just a little. I let the folder circulate, page by page. Residents read the proof in silence. Then the whispers started. Trees. Decorum. Parker stood up. My kid's birthday party got cited for noise at noon. Tessa followed. My blue salvia cost me $200 because it wasn't muted enough. Hollis stepped forward last. I helped write that clause. Karen's face went from smug to ghost white. She tried the classic Karen pivot. This is a personal vendetta. The room laughed. Not polite chuckles.
Real ones.
The kind that come after months of biting your tongue. City Ethics Officer Emily Sorrell walked in right on cue. She didn't smile. She didn't need to. Miss Karth, your enforcement powers are suspended immediately. Board credentials revoked pending final review. Karen sat down hard.
No speech.
No exit line. Just the sound of her empire crumbling in folding chairs. 3 days later, the red tape came off the spiral bench. Parks worker rolled it up like it never belonged there. Erin and I sat down together. Sunlight hit the stone exactly the way she once drew it. Her hair was growing back inch by inch. She opened her notebook, flipped past the dark sketches, stopped on the last page. The bench hole again. Under it she'd written one word in careful letters. Free. I squeezed her hand. No words needed. Karen never came back to the boardroom. Her name vanished from every document. The new interim president Hollis made one rule first. No more forged clauses.
Ever.
Neighbors started talking again.
Real talk.
Not the scripted HOA version. Parker and Tessa dropped by with coffee and actual smiles. They asked if I'd run for the permanent board.
I said no.
My job is watching, documenting, stepping in when silence gets weaponized.
That's enough.
Later that night, I tucked Erin in. I paused at the shadow box outside her room. Inside, the braid rested beside one wooden bead and the city ethics letter that ended Karen's reign. Not for revenge.
For record.
Because people like Karen don't rewrite history when someone keeps the original draft. And if this whole mess taught me anything, it's simple. Petty tyrants always overreach. They always think the rules bend only for them. Until the day the system they fake bites back.
Hard.
Subscribe if you're tired of Karens hiding behind clipboards. These stories matter. The silence around them is exactly how they spread. And sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It's just watching the queen lose her crown on camera, while the whole neighborhood finally stops clapping.